All right. Good morning. Happy Saturday for
What's up,
our,
everybody?
what is this, our third Saturday morning episode now?
No,
Yeah.
fourth or fifth.
Fourth?
I think.
Jeez.
Yeah, we've done. This is the third in a row, definitely.
Yeah. So,
It's the month
and
celebration.
and for you all in the audience, we are working on a little bit of branding for these episodes. So, we are thinking of calling it the Pour Over. So if you have any thoughts on that one way or the other, please reach out, whether it's in the YouTube comments, whether it's on Instagram, wherever you find us. Make sure you let us know what you think of the idea, and we'll keep on. Well, regardless of what you guys think of the idea, we're going to keep on rolling with it anyway. So if you want to help us name it,
So nice.
well, it's Saturday morning. You gotta.
Reserve it for the hangover on Mondays, man.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, so yeah, we got international break right now. It's a bit interesting, but more importantly, guys, how we doing today?
Very good, sir. Colombia is in the World Cup.
Yes.
Venezuela lost.
I was
Life
gonna
is
wait
great,
to
baby.
open that up, but yes, congratulations to Uruguay, Paraguay, and at least for the intent of this show, most importantly, Colombia on qualifying for the World Cup.
Yes,
They
sir.
did so with their, what day was that? The Thursday games?
Yep.
Yeah, the Thursday night games. So Colombia booked it with a 3-0 victory over Bolivia.
Bolivia. Yeah.
And so it will be good to see Colombia, after missing out on the last World Cup, unfortunately, back into the tournament. Obviously, that is hosted here alongside Mexico and Mexico and Canada. It will be hosted in the U.S. So I look forward. And actually, the draw comes out in a couple months. So I think December 5th, I want to say, first week of December, I believe they're going to do the World Cup draw. So we are kind of getting down to the nitty gritty for that. Obviously, us, American fans are kind of lost in that because we technically qualified years ago by hosting. So it's been an interesting time for that. But speaking of which, let's jump into some of the big matches this weekend, and we'll and into next week, and we'll start, of course, with the Saturday evening game, USA South Korea. So this is one of the last camps for Pochettino to call in before we are into the World Cup.
Actual full preparation.
Yeah. By many accounts, this will be the last kind of experimental squad that the U.S. brings in, and then in the October window, and then next year will be more of the finished product. So I do have a projected lineup here for the South Korea match later today. That is Matt Freese in goal. Across the back, right to left, Serginho Dest, Chris Richards, Tim Ream, and Max Arfston. In front of them, a double pivot of Tyler Adams and Luca De La Torre. The front line, actually, I should say the front three of Tim Weah, Diego Luna, and Christian Pulisic sitting behind Flo Balogun. This is via the Sporting News. Guys, what do we think on that starting 11? Pros, cons? What would you like to see out of this game?
That's a way more fleshed out team. You know what I mean? Like I think that would be mostly the team that's coming up. No?
Yeah, I for me, based on just how he's started the year, I would love to have seen Josh Sargent, in this lineup again. Things might change, or he might get 45 now. And
there is a word that he will play in the Japan.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. They play on Tuesday as well. So Josh Sargent, I believe, has 5 or 6 goals in his first 5 games for Norwich this year. He has been lighting it up. He did very well last year. I believe he was was he in the running or won the Championship Player of the Year.
No.
For his exploits last year with Norwich. So he's a guy that has always been kind of fairly prolific at the club level, and for whatever reason hasn't been able to translate that to the U.S. national team. He hasn't scored a goal for the U.S. in several years, but he's someone that not only from a redemption level do you want to see, but we need a forward. We need an out and out goal scorer for this nation if we want to make some noise in the World Cup. So I think while I think there are better and more important players in the U.S. squad, I think we can only go as far as a quote unquote number 9 will take us. So thoughts on on anything else with this squad? Anyone else that you'd like to see in there? Not want to see in there? What about you, Aaron? You're looking at the full roster with me right now. So what do you see there that you'd like to see maybe a little bit of a change or something?
I mean, this looks like the typical USA one. It's the one that we saw prior to the Gold Cup. It's the one that we didn't get to see in the Gold Cup.
Yeah.
So, like you said, I think the biggest thing is I just want to see Pulisic / Sargent matchup because those two are firing on all cylinders.
Yep.
Pulisic for Milan and Sargent for Norwich, but right now I guess he wants Balogun to see if.
Yeah, I think I don't know.
I don't know how Balogun's doing in his personal one. He left Arsenal. He got the whole U.S. citizenship thing. Joined the U.S. and after that, I kind of lost track of him.
Yeah, he's at Monaco now.
Yeah.
And he's been very up and down. I mean, when he plays well, I would agree that he's head and shoulders above Josh Sargent.
Yeah.
But again, just like Sargent's troubles with the national team, Balogun has been all over the place in terms of consistency and quality.
Well, we know that he has that. He had a 20 to 22 goal season, I think is what happened.
Yeah.
And when he came back to Arsenal, he decided not to stay.
Yeah.
But since leaving, he hasn't put up the same numbers that he had that one season. That's
true.
the issue.
And that I think that's a matter of a system. I mean, the Arsenal system just fit him so well.
Well, no, it was he was on loan. He was on loan away from it, and when he came back, he chose not to stay to get
so where was he?
the full time. I'd have to.
Wherever he was, I remember that we
I
talked
don't know
about
if
it
it was
before.
Olympiacos or.
It was like the system he was in. It was working out so well for him, and that's why he was scoring so many goals.
Yeah, so
We talked about it the last.
Balogun, Arsenal, and then he was loaned out to Middlesbrough in the Championship, and then
There it
Stade
is.
de Reims
Yeah,
in Ligue 1.
21 goals for
For Rennes,
For Rennes,
Stade de Reims,
Yep.
who plays in Ligue 1. But yeah, he's got he's got 17 caps for the U.S. national team. He obviously also went through the England youth national team program alongside that.
correct.
But in 17 caps for the U.S., he has 5 goals, which is really not what you want to see out of a striker. 1 goal roughly every 3.25 games. That does not get the job done.
Not at all.
You extrapolate that to a 7 game, if you make it to a World Cup final, 7 or 8 games, that's 2 goals from a striker. It doesn't get it done.
Not at all.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, like you said, you saw the fall off. Like he had that really good season at Rim. He came back, had the discussion, chose to go the U.S. nationality, went to play for the USA. It was a huge thing, right?
yeah, that was a big coup for the U.S. to start bringing in all. It was him, it was Yunus Musa, it was some of the German guys. So it was definitely pulling on all these dual nationals.
But that was the kind of what do you call it? The kind of like controversy behind it was why go play for USA when you have a shot at the
English national team,
which tends to be a little bit higher up on the soccer hierarchy, right?
Right.
But then people are like, well, if you come to the USA, is it because you were guaranteed more time? Right? You wouldn't.
What
have
kind of
made it in
promises
England.
did they make you
That's
over in the USA?
Well, not just the promise, but it's like, would you have made it in the full lineup for England, or would you have made it in the full lineup for the USA?
Right.
So that's the kind of controversy that hit there. So as much as I want to, as much as I want to see him do well, I feel like I would prefer to see Sargent in that role.
Yeah, no, I think, it's just a matter of, and regardless of what happens, this window, obviously things can change drastically between now and June anyway.
Correct.
We see that all the time where a kind of an unsung player, squeaks their way into a national team, at least the camp.
Who was the player? Diego Luna for the Gold Cup? He's now on the roster.
Yeah, he played his way into a pivotal role.
And into the USA Hearts.
Yep. So and that's all it takes sometimes is one great showing, in a 2-match window, or in a tournament in that case, and you've ingratiated yourself to the staff, to the fans.
And like we've said it many times before. I mean, every single one of those players believe that in themselves. They know.
Oh yeah, they're all betting on themselves.
So it's all a matter of proving that right now, and it takes a couple of matches for you to change your perspective. So we'll see what happens. But no, like you said, Sargent, looks like the better fit.
As of right now,
Yeah,
we
100%.
based on playing in
On what's
the,
happening right now, Sargent does look like definitely the better fit. It's more adjust to it. And let's wish him the best of luck.
Yeah.
I mean, each one of the players are gonna have one game to prove their worth. I imagine, like you said, this is the last chances.
Yep.
These are the last couple of matches that they're gonna be able to move around players and experiment with things, like you were saying, Dave. So one more match and we'll see.
And for those of you that want to watch alongside us, Diego and I will be catching the USA South Korea game this evening. We will be live streaming it on Twitch. So if you want to jump in, obviously with copywriting, there will be no audio and video. But if you want to throw us up on a second screen while you're watching the game, or if for whatever reason you don't have access to the game, jump on in. And
there will be commentary though.
Yeah. So
there
Diego
will
and I will be
commentary, yeah.
commenting. We'll be chatting with whoever's in chat and amongst ourselves, and I'll probably have a beer or two while we're watching. It'll be a good time. So as we start to create more content for you, our fans. So moving on. Well, I guess it's not part of our predictions this weekend, but what do we think result wise for later today? US Korea. What do you think?
Nothing. It better be 3-0.
I think 2-1 USA.
Yeah, even though it's me that posed the question, I don't care what the score is. I know, I'm probably in the minority in the fandom on that. Obviously, you want to win the game, but I want to see, what we have out of whether it's Balogun or Josh Sargent. I want to see, Matt Freese, who looks like he's going to be starting in the goal today. See him playing well. Obviously, not just from an NYCFC standpoint, but also with the U.S. national team. Interestingly enough, Jonathan Klinsmann is the third goalkeeper here, son of former coach Jurgen Klinsmann. And Roman Celentano is the other goalkeeper that was called in from Cincinnati. So, none of the goalkeepers, whether it's Matt Turner coming back or anything like that, Zach Steffen still kind of in the mix, Ethan Horvath. None of the goalkeepers have really done anything to separate themselves. So every match is a tryout. And if it is Freese, in there, I just from seeing him a lot more often than other goalkeepers, I'm confident in him. It's just a matter of can he put it together?
He's earned the position, to be honest with you. I mean, you're saying that they haven't shown much. He has earned it, though.
Yeah, but so goalkeeper, to the exact opposite, is just like forward. It's what have you done for me lately? Are you getting goals? Are you stopping goals? One or two mistakes, from either a forward or a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
And like that.
Actually, I disagree with you on that one. A goalkeeper is more of an anchor than anything else. It's not about what you've done for me lately. It's about what you do for the team all the time.
Yeah, I mean,
it's definitely not about the one game thing. Goalies are a whole different situation when it comes to soccer. Personally speaking.
No, I don't disagree, but we don't have an anchor right now. Yeah. It's not like we have.
Personally, what I've seen, Reese is the one that proves to be.
Yeah, but
I think the biggest issue.
Chemistry.
I think the biggest issue when you try to evaluate goalkeepers is that you can have one of the best goalkeepers, right? A goalkeeper can have one of the best seasons ever, and then they want more time, so they go to like a lower level club. Worse defense, and all of a sudden they're not putting up the same numbers as they were before because that defense isn't as sustainable.
But that doesn't change what the goalie is.
Yeah, but I think we're not exactly talking about prime Keylor Navas, who has zero competition among his nation and is still playing for the national team. It's not. We're not talking about Buffon or now Donnarumma.
From a U.S. perspective, we don't have Tim Howard.
Right. There you go.
Right. Because originally, what was it? Before Freese, who was the guy?
It was Turner.
Turner, right? So Turner was supposed to be the guy, right?
And before that, it was Zach Steffen, and he fell. So right, like you said. So Tim Howard, for 7 or 8 years, was the first name put into that starting lineup in Penn or Sharpie. Right now we don't have that.
Problem.
And that's what I mean. That's why. Again, I like Freese a lot. Obviously, it's a bit of a homer, opinion as well. I'll be the first to admit that. But until we have that guy that is so far much better than everyone else that we can pick from and is proving it day in, day out.
Again, coming from Colombia, is
Yeah.
always have great goalies through their entire history. That's one of our points of
By the way,
pride. to be honest
David
with you.
Ospina is still playing for Colombia. I saw him in
And there are
the
better
squad.
there are better goalies technically than him in there. But you decide something and you stick with it. Those are morality issues when it comes to a team. It's not about gameplay. It's about who the players trust
Yeah.
and want in that position. That's not a position that, I mean, yes, the coach decides at the end of the day who is in there, but they gotta earn these players' trust. Like back in the 90s, you had Higuita, you had Cordova, you had Calero, you had so many Farid Mondragon in Colombia.
Yeah.
They were all super qualified goalies. None of them were ahead of each other. They decided for Cordova because he was the one that everybody wanted. All the players said, "This is the goalie we want. This is the one we're gonna ride with."
Memo Ochoa is another great example.
Is he the best in Mexico? He's not, but everybody wanted him. And he's proven himself. So that's kind of like what I believe. Again, this is American soccer.
Yeah.
It's a whole different animal. Philosophies are different, but to me, you pick one and you stay.
But I will say,
I think
to your point, using your point against you, so to speak, none of these guys have that track record. Yes, Matt Freese had a good summer tournament. I'll give him that. That's one summer tournament that, in the hierarchy, it's not, a Champions League. It's not Euros. It's not Copa America. It's not, a big event. Before that, Ethan Horvath and Matt Turner had good months, a week or month spell. It's not the continued success that a Memo Ochoa, a Higuita, a Buffon, Donnarumma, Thibaut Courtois.
Of their performance. No matter how the team feels. Yeah.
Oh no, I agree.
Tournament, but they are gonna feel a certain way about all of them, and I'm pretty sure right now the way I've seen USA play with this goalie, they like him on the goal, and I think he should just stay.
Well, yeah, and to my knowledge, let me see. I'll try to look it up real quick. I know the
defense feels comfortable with him. I know they understand each other. And the problem with a goalie is that a goalie is the last line of defense. He's going to take all the blame. He needs to have the character to be able to assume that. And his team has got to have the confidence in him to be able to rely on him like that.
So Jonathan Klinsmann has yet to appear for the senior national team, and neither has Celentano. So I believe they've both been in camps before, but neither of them has been capped yet for the national team. Mm-hmm. So again, take that as you will. This is kind of the last opportunity for Pochettino to try things out and experiment. So does that include goalkeeper? Is Freese still in his mind the front runner, but wanting to give other people some time just to see, like you said, how does the defense, how does the back four and Tyler Adams and them, how do they operate alongside him? Is it good? Is it bad? Did we just unlock something that we never thought we could do?
Were you going to pull a Netherlands?
Yeah.
I was watching a little short about that the other day, and they were talking. The goalie himself was talking about him getting taken out for that. And they were all saying that it was like the most outrageous thing that could have been done. It was
it worked.
The entire union of goalies were like, "What the fuck did you just?"
Yeah.
do?
Well, I mean, you look back. It was a cup final with Kepa and Maurizio Sarri at Chelsea, and they were trying to bring on. Was it Willie Caballero? They were trying to bring on a substitute goalkeeper in extra time for, I think it was an alleged injury, and Kepa, kept forcing Sarri to not let him on, and Kepa wound up making saves in the shootout to win the cup. So it is what it is.
But I think honestly, personal opinion, and from the way I know this coach, I think that decision is already made. There's no turning around on that one. He already saddled that horse. He's gonna ride with it all the way.
Yeah. And you may very well be right. On the flip side, so U.S. is playing South Korea today, Japan on Tuesday. Mexico is playing Japan today and South Korea on Tuesday. Again, we whether we should or we shouldn't, we're always comparing ourselves to Mexico and vice versa. Do you think we'll take anything out of these two matches, not just from a U.S. standpoint, but like how we compare to Mexico. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely,
they're
because-
always going to be right alongside us, both geographically and in CONCACAF.
That's
So
the personal bar, yeah. But I mean, Mexico looked really good last night against Canada, anyways. I think I saw a Canada-Mexico game. I
yeah,
don't know if it was a friendly or
no, Mexico, Canada played Romania yesterday.
So who did Mexico play?
I don't think Mexico played yesterday.
So I was misinformed then.
Yes,
But no,
Or maybe-
comparing yourselves to Mexico right now is kind of not a big deal, to be honest with you. It's finalizing the things. I mean, Japan is gonna. I hope it beats Mexico.
yeah,
Japan is gonna take care of business on that end. So these are just more like you were saying. See how the players fit
Right,
with
right.
each other. It is too late to compare anything, and if you start comparing yourself to your continent rivals, it's not gonna raise your level at all.
that
It's not-
honestly, that's such a good point, and it's always something I've kind of said when generally an American fan, but it goes for other countries too. When they complain about like the draw for the World Cup, oh, we got put in this tough group. And my response is always like, do you think Germany cares who they get drawn against? Because if your goal is to make a final or win the final, you're gonna have to play all these teams anyway.
Mhm.
Like, do you think Spain cares? Do you
Well,
think France cares who they
It's
get drawn
funny
against?
it's funny because since we're talking about Japan, that's what the Japanese coach said 4 years ago when they got the draw, that they had Germany and they
Yeah.
had all these teams in their group, and they were like, well, that was the luck we were assigned to.
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
gotta play the matches and see what happens, do our best and achieve our goal that it is getting through. And I mean, look at the results they got. They beat Germany, they got great results in
Yep,
that
yep.
World Cup.
Well, like you said, no matter what, in the World Cup, you have to win to get to the next level.
Yeah,
And then
that's it.
once you get to the next level, you have to win to the next.
And you gotta keep winning. Yeah, exactly. So what are you gonna do? You get what you get, and you don't get upset.
There you go.
Correct.
There we go. All right. So I think that's enough on U.S. Korea or South Korea. Let's jump over to our predictions for the week. Obviously, and I'll be honest, a good chunk of the European qualifiers this week and next week are just not great matchups. So we did scour a little bit. So we have the three matches that we picked. We have most of the continents covered here. We have U.S. Japan on Tuesday. We have Venezuela and newly crowned World Cup qualifiers Colombia, and then we have Serbia England. So Aaron, we'll go to you first. U.S. Japan Tuesday evening, which will be another live stream for us as well. So for those of you counting down there, that's 2 live streams in the next 5 days.
I think Japan puts up a showing. I think it's going to be 2-1 Japan with a goal from. I'll put Sargent's goal.
Okay.
USA goal.
Hopeful Sargent goal there.
Nope.
Diego, what say you
2-1. I'm copying Aaron on that one, but Mitoma is gonna be my goal scorer.
with Japan winning 2-1?
Japan wins.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I have a 2-2 draw with a hopeful Josh Sargent goal. So
All right. I think this is my time to get out of the basement.
you should.
You're gonna see somebody.
Oh yeah, well,
here
hold on.
the
Let's
next transmission.
let me review because we got to go over last week's result, I believe. Let's bring that up.
And again, everybody, if you guys are gonna are watching us or you've seen a couple of these ones, put your results in the chat. Put your opinions. Let's see what happens.
And if there's games that you want us to predict, as the weeks go
also,
forward,
yeah.
reach out.
Let us know
So
what
as
game.
it stands right now, Aaron and I are level on 13 points. Diego 7 points. So only 6 back. That could be one match if you knock it out of the park.
Exactly, Japan USA. That's gonna be it, baby.
So we'll quickly go over. Did we do that last week?
I think.
Oh yeah, we
on
did
Monday,
cover it.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so Aaron and I level on 13, Diego on 7. Moving on to match number 2. Since let's see, since it's Venezuela Colombia, we will let Diego go last. I have Colombia, even though neither team have nothing to play for. I believe Venezuela has officially been eliminated,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So neither team has anything other than machismo to play for. Colombia goes to Venezuela with a 2-0 victory with a goal from Lucho.
Oh, Dave. definitely.
Aaron, what do you got?
I got Colombia doing a easy coast of 3-0
Okay.
with an Arias goal.
Ah, John Arias.
Oh my God! I got 3-0 with a Diaz goal.
Okay. So you're not separating yourself on that one. You're gonna
Yeah, I
either.
know. I thought I was gonna be the original one, but Aaron got me on that.
Yeah. All right.
Diaz, huh?
Last one, Serbia, England. Diego, we'll start with you.
England wins like. What did I have? My handwriting is horrible. Hold on, I'm a little blind. 2-0. 2-0 England.
Who scores?
Bellingham.
Jude Bell. Well, we have. I
don't even know he's playing, but I trust him.
I don't know.
Bellinger? What?
Yeah,
Bellinger.
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 Well,
Who is it?
for the record, I'm not going to
Joe
bring up the
Bellingham.
squad. Is it Jude? Yeah, is it Jude Bellingham or Job Bellingham?
Oh, they are. No.
I don't even know.
The Madrid guy.
Okay, Joe.
I don't think
Jude.
I don't
I'm
think
losing it.
Joe will be playing.
All right, so I have England 3, Serbia 1, with Harry Kane as a goal scorer, and finishing up with Aaron.
Damn,
I went the safe option. I went 2-1 England with Kane as well.
Okay.
that's cheating, man. You know he always scores. Let's pick out a different one, man.
Hey, I'm.
See, that's why I'm here in the couch. Okay, I
Yeah.
get it. I don't play it safe. That's fine. That's fine.
I had to talk
like my
Diego
couch.
out of a Jonathan Klinsmann goal.
There you go. You see?
All right.
Listen,
So yeah,
Didn't I ask for
Penalty.
Perea?
Andres Perea, and he almost
He almost got it,
had a
didn't
couple great strikes.
There you go. Sometimes you gotta go for the wild card. To
Yeah,
wins.
you have that sixth sense sometimes. All right, so that's going to cover our predictions. Obviously, this is our first international window Saturday morning show, so it's a little bit of a different kind of vibe. Overall, we did our predictions for U.S. Japan. After this window, where do you think we're at as American soccer fans? Where are we
ready for the World
are we
Cup?
lining
That's
up with
where we at.
pitchforks to get Pochettino out? Are we ready
Yeah.
to go for a World Cup semifinal? Somewhere in between?
Honestly, personally speaking, we're just ready for the World Cup
Yeah.
and let it be what it will be. That's it, man. You gotta. The things were done. That's how we do in Colombia. And again, it's a whole different ball game in CONMEBOL, like we said, and
Right.
there is no really pressure for qualifying or anything. There is no really a bar. The problem with what we're talking about is that there was never a bar for neither Mexico, Canada, or
Right. Yeah.
USA to say this is where we are, this is where we need to get. They were just preparing. There were good results, there were horrible results. It was just such a mixed batch that whatever he does after the game with Japan, we just gotta sit there, accept what he did, and give him full confidence.
Yeah.
Personally, that's what I believe. You gotta give full confidence to your guy and let it cook, as they say nowadays. Let it cook.
Let him cook.
Yeah, that's it, baby.
I feel like when it comes to the spot of obviously the USA being the coach, there's a lot of pressure on that spot. USA is not really pressured to be one of the big in soccer.
Mhm.
However, they're trying to grow soccer and stuff like that. So there's a lot of emphasis on that position. So I don't know. I foresee a World Cup round of 16 exit, but I don't know. I don't know about who's going to be coaching them or what, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I
no matter who it is, there's always going to be some sort of sour image on
Oh,
that.
yeah,
Ifs
yeah.
or buts, yeah.
Yeah, actually Mike was texting me yesterday, I think, about our thoughts on where we go in the World Cup. And I think as it stands right now, obviously the September and October windows will go a long, long way in terms of clarity on
100%.
just who we are.
Yep.
But I think as it stands right now, we probably scrape out of the group, thanks to home field advantage. I think we maybe get lucky in the first knockout round. And maybe whether it's extra time or a shootout, steal a goal, steal a win, and then get knocked out at that point. Probably by a European power and just get the doors blown off.
I mean, that's the
But-
filter. Plus, refereeing is gonna be tough in in this
Yeah,
hemisphere of the world and that is one very true thing. And referees do favor European teams. I mean, and it's not about conspiracy theories or anything like that. It's just history.
at the same time though,
There is
don't
just this thing.
discount. I mean, we saw it on and off for most of Club World Cup here. Don't discount the weather.
Oh no, absolutely.
You
It's
know,
gonna be
a lot
horrible for
of these European teams are not built for consistent temps in the 90s, in the high 80s with
and
with
it's gonna
the
be
humidity.
dry.
You know, it's going to be tough. Obviously, the time difference as well. So I think, you know, is this a tournament where a Brazil comes back?
Oh, 100%.
and
No, that's literally what I was gonna
Yeah.
say when it came to that. It's gonna be Brazil. It's gonna be maybe
Colombia?
an African team.
Argentina.
I would love Colombia to be there. The problem with Colombia, and that's what I'm saying about USA. We believe that we can win it all if we win, but as soon as we lose, and it's not even the
the
fans, it's
wheels
team
fall
itself,
off. Yeah.
their morale goes below ground.
Yeah.
man.
Well,
Like 6 feet under. It's like, what the hell?
Well, again, do you think that the USA tends to put, that position of winning on a pedestal essentially?
Yeah. Like, no,
in order for you to prove that USA can play, you need to have that coach that comes in and takes them to that European level.
Yeah.
And that's the problem, is everybody keeps saying who's going to be that person who, and there's so much pressure on it to that point that it's like,
exactly. You need to let them play.
Yeah.
Let them do their thing. Any result is gonna be a good result. A group
Yeah,
of 16 out is
No.
incredible. It's like the dream that most of the other teams play, because at the end of the day, we know that when it comes to the top 8 and top 4 is gonna be, I want to say it's gonna be Germany, France. You got England, because
Italy.
again, refereeing. I'm sorry, I hate on England because we always lose on a dumb call when it comes to Colombia, England. But they're gonna be there. Brazil is gonna be there. Argentina is gonna be there. So getting to sneak in that group, it's the accomplishment of 90% of the countries in this World Cup.
We've seen
try to get there.
Yeah,
So
we've
getting
seen
out of the
dark horses
16 is
before.
fine, dude.
Yeah, we've seen dark horses before, which is what, even though it's a home field advantage in the U.S., they're still going to be considered a dark horse in this tournament.
Yep.
We've seen it in Greece in 2004, winning the Euro out of nowhere.
Yeah.
The iron defense that came out of nowhere and won it.
Exactly.
You've seen dark horses. What was it? Was it the Czech Republic? One of the last World Cups that made it to the semifinal.
Yeah.
Croatia made it to
yeah.
I mean, not even think about Spain. The thing that we glorify so much, that World Cup winning Spain, they snuck in, to be honest with you. They play incredible defense and everything, but nobody gave them anything after they lost that first match. Everybody just discounted them. And
I mean, Spain was on a run. They had won the World Cup, they won
Euros. Yeah,
it's like they had been on a roll.
No, but like we're talking about letting the team play. As soon as Spain lost that first match in the World Cup, I can't even remember against who do they lost.
Well, here's
everybody just count them out. It was like, Spain is done. Spain is going now. It was World Cup.
Well, no. Here's the difference between that. When a European power loses, it's a wake up call.
Right.
When the USA loses, it's like, oh fuck, we're done.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We need to understand that is a loss is not necessarily the end. It's just a way to learn and a way to develop. That's kind of like what we need to be aware of this World Cup. That's my personal thought on that.
Oh, was it the USA's wake up call? Was that loss to Ghana, right?
Yeah, because like, I mean, you guys qualify every single World Cup. Like,
I mean, I
to be 100% honest, you guys don't know what it feels to fail.
Right, and I'm on record as saying,
so
this was obviously before we didn't qualify for the Russia World Cup, but I've been saying for the better part of a decade, long term, I think the best thing that could have happened to the U.S. is to miss a World Cup, because there's no, it's like, every time the playoffs expand, there's no accountability now. Okay, we made the playoffs. We're okay. Okay, yeah, but you finished, under 500. You lost more than you won.
And that was the other thing though too, is that we're technically in CONCACAF, and in reality, CONCACAF is not the strongest.
No, exactly. That's what it is.
I mean, the only other thing I can think of is the Pacific Asian area.
Yeah,
that's the only one I can think of.
I mean, you look at a country like Australia,
always
who was always in, but to their credit, they took the chance and they joined the AFC. So they're in with all the Asian teams now.
Yeah.
And they're still qualifying consistently, but it took that to raise their level, because they knew as the Oceania, confederation, they knew that they had hit their ceiling, and that was all they were going to get.
Exactly. Sometimes you gotta make decisions.
You know, you can only
maybe suck a little bit, lose a couple of
Yeah.
miss a couple of World Cups if you have to. But yes, you need to.
you can only beat
elevate
Samoa
yourself.
by 30 goals so many times to you know.
Well, I was just laughing to myself because we just saw San Marino versus Bosnia Herzegovina.
Yeah.
Right? San Marino is in one of the strongest areas of soccer.
Yeah.
In that, but I think they pulled out a win like 3 or 4 games ago.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It was like the biggest news.
Yeah.
It was
It was like their
national
first
news,
win
bro.
in
Yeah.
like 100 games. But it's crazy because they finally got a win.
Yep.
They are proving that, hey, we can
We
win
are
technically.
getting there. It will
Technically,
take
we
a
can
long
win.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
it took a
we'll get
while,
there.
but we got to win.
Exactly.
And then I think they followed it up with a draw. And it was like, okay, wow. All right, we're doing much better than we did the last 100 years.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, and that's kind of like what it is. Being on the top makes you lose perspective and change your expectations when you shouldn't have that higher expectation.
Yeah.
You think you have, you know?
All right. Well, I think that's good coverage of the U.S. games and some of the other countries. Obviously, you know, with the international break, we're up against some different variables, and we don't get to talk about the clubs that we love so much. But thank you for popping in for a listen and a watch. You can get us, you know, make sure you like, subscribe, comment in the YouTube. You can catch us on all the socials at CDU Newburgh, including, for those of you watching, right down below me.
Oh,
Starting-
I love
Starting
it.
this evening,
Look at that
we
guy.
will be on a live stream on Twitch, both Diego and I, watching the U.S. South Korea match. So if you're bored or if you're looking for access to the game and you don't have it on your own TV, hop in with us, hang out, we'll chat, and it'll be a good time and a good trial for us to again. It's all about getting more content out to you guys on some different avenues, and you know, we look forward to doing it. We you know, the three of us have an incredibly fun time doing this, both with each other and with you guys and our fans that come up into the brewery to watch games with us as well. It's the best part about building this community is you know, seeing the fruit of our labors.
Yeah.
So thank you. Give us some support on any and all of those websites. Throw us an email. We'll maybe catch you in the chat tonight. If not, we will see you on Monday for our normal scheduled show. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Good night, guys.